The shock of the Russian incursion and explosion on a block of apartments in Galați is still here with us. Just for our viewers to see, Galați is a big city, industrial city on the Danube. On the other side of the river, there is Ukraine. And Russia is constantly attacking infrastructure on the Ukrainian side. And a few times, and this was the most severe incident, they crossed the border, the airspace of Romania, NATO country. And that's why in Galați, in the Danube Delta, there is a little bit of concern that has been accumulated in time in the 4 years and something before.
And Romania's Air Force couldn't intercept this drone. Why is that?
You know, a Romanian pilot, an F-16 pilot, shot down a drone in Estonia just a few days back. They didn't have enough time and space to shoot. And the question is, what do you shoot? A drone. Do you need an F-16? Do you need an F-35? Do you need a missile which is so expensive? So I think the lesson from this, and I think we should have learned it all over the eastern flank of NATO sooner, is that you need adequate anti-drone sensors, anti-drone equipment, faster procurement systems, because these things change so fast. The innovation cycle for drone war is changing so fast that I think our systems are robust, but sometimes there is basically this balance between the kind of assets we have and the kind of needs we actually have for such incidents.
Because if this happened once, it's going to happen again. And Romania is clearly not prepared for these kind of frequent drone incursions.
We have a specific geographical situation, as I mentioned, is basically very close. So I think we have to find adequate solutions. Acoustic sensors. This is something that technology exists. Anti-drone systems. This technology exists. The question that we have to procure so much for everything, from high-intensity war or high-level gear, let's say lower-end technology like this one is needed. And I think we have to really prioritize better and internalize the lessons learned from Iran and from Ukraine, because the two fusion of lessons learned, and I think we have to do much better. Not only Romania, but I think we see such incidents all along the eastern flank, especially the countries neighboring Ukraine, like Romania is.
And what would be the next step? And with the support of NATO here, of course, if this happens again and escalates?
I think we have to do a much better effort to try to find the right kind of air and missile defense for NATO in general. So if for mid-altitude and high-altitude, let's say there are some things in place, Patriot missiles, the F-16s, the F-35s, NATO operations, for these basically low-altitude things, we are still lacking the kind of adequate means. They do exist on the market. You can acquire them. The only thing is that you have to put your right priorities in the right place, try to make sure that you keep up with the innovation cycle. This electronic jamming, this drone thing changed basically every other few months. So I think we have to do a much faster cycle of procurement and adaptation to this new war.